How are you ding dong diddly doing there, gamerinos? How are you ding dong? Alright, hope you're having a flanderific day. So we're gonna do something a little different today. We've done it once before, but we're gonna read a comic book. Huh? Why is it not? Oh, I hate technology. It makes no damn sense. Makes no damn sense. Let me just delete all of these screen captures. Now, how about you show the fucking screen that I want to have captured, huh? How about that? Yeah. There we go. Also, don't look at the pictures. Don't look at the pictures. You're going to spoil it for yourself. So right now we're looking at the exact same thing. Yeah, I got the cover for this picture, but I didn't find anything else. And it's going to be a couple of different stories here. As you can see on the front page. Story number 1. Wolverine on the Road Part 3, Shootout at the Fantasy Factory. It's the name of a that's the name of a Traffic album. Wolverine imprisoned and Bruce Banner, the Hulk, on the road and headed for trouble. When their paths cross, the result is deadly. Writer Michael Higgins, penciler Dave Ross, inker Dan Day, letterer Todd Klein, and colorist Brad Venkata. Alright. On the Road with Wolverine and the Hulk, Part 3, Shootout at the Fantasy Factory. We start out and Wolverine, it appears to be in jail, and he's in the dark. Pain, prison, we're all born in prisons, raised, schooled, like Xavier's school. We're the ones who are supposed to be gifted. What a joke. Pain, prison, that's all I know. All I'll ever know, unless... No, I'll probably die in this prison. I'm going to die, Wolverine says as he stands up. And he's butt-ass naked except for his tighty whities. I don't want to die. I'll escape. I'm not going to die. I'm going to live. And Wolverine pops his claws. I'm going to be free. And I guess he just breaks out of jail. Guess he just breaks out of jail off screen. Because the next page is... Oh, this might be Bruce Banner, actually. And a short distance north, there goes another one. I haven't gotten anywhere. Yeah, this has got to be Bruce Banner. He's sitting on the side of the road, and he is looking to catch a ride. He's hitchhiking. They're treating me like... Bam! He slams his fist on a sign as another car drives away. Some kind of animal. And he throws a rock at this wolf dog looking thing. Hey pal, cool down. Have a rough night, handsome. You can't tell? Take one look at him. Well, it doesn't mean he's got to take his probs out on some poor defenseless creature. Who are we to be throwing stones? And this car pulls up. There's a girl inside and these two dudes, and they're driving this red 50s car. There's two girls and two guys, and they stop for the Hulk. Hop aboard, we're going your way. Or you're going our way, or something. I don't like this much, but a guy in my position can't quite afford to turn down any offer, thinks the Hulk. I just wonder, what am I getting myself into? And he's probably going to be accepting the ride, because for right now, we're going right back to Wolverine in jail. What have I gotten myself into this time? What's the difference? I can get out of here anytime I want. Only I shouldn't. The world's supposed to think I'm dead like the rest of the X-Men. Don't want to keep leaving clues to the contrary. Say, Wilford, how come we took him in alive? Are you crazy, Smokey? We couldn't just kill him. Yeah, as long as he's here, maybe we can have some fun with him. Hold your horses, you'll get your chance. No, he won't. I've taken enough, thinks Wolverine. These are two cops they're talking to each other. One's making coffee, the other one is looking over at Wolverine, wanting to antagonize him. No more. What's one more loose end anyway, thinks Wolverine. So how's our little friend doing? The officer looks up and sees a giant hole in the wall with scratch marks all over it. The Wolverine has escaped. Can't stand creeps like that, thinks the Wolverine as he's escaping. I'd stick around, maybe do something about them, but I don't think it would be prudent just now, he thinks as he steals a red pickup truck. Besides, something tells me that someday they're gonna get what they deserve anyway. What do you mean he's gone? I want him back here, and I want him now, screams the chief of police at the two officers. But Sarge, no buts. Just find him or you are history. So, the two cops are running out of the room trying to find the Wolverine. Now it cuts back to Wolverine, who's somewhere out in the middle of the dark. I don't want to do this. Got to, Wolverine thinks. Can't stop myself. Pops his claws. Gotten worse and worse. And it's implied that he has either beaten the shit out of or killed a night guard or a police officer. I can't really tell. Ever since I left Canada, I wish I could control myself, but that's a fantasy. This is what my reality has become. Need it, or I'm going to die, he says as he's rummaging through pills. I don't want to kill, and I sure don't want to die. Just want the pain to go away, but the pain never goes away, he thinks as he's sitting again looking through pills, and a security camera fixes its aim on the Wolverine. Come on, man, relax, let loose, have some fun. We cut back to Bruce Banner and the group of teenagers. What's the matter? Don't you like us? Don't you like Janie? Yeah, don't you like me? I don't like any of this, says Bruce. Why don't you kids just pull over and let me out? Guess he just doesn't like... Uh-oh. Wee woo. Wee woo. Wee woo. Police officer pulls up behind the teenager's car. Well, it looks like we will be pulling over. Gotta get away from here. None of this is my fault, and I can't afford to, thinks Bruce as he starts to sneak away from the car. Just where do you think you're going? No way the ringleader of this little group is just gonna walk away, says the police officer. You trying to make us look like fools? Looks like I'm gonna have to give you kids a ticket, and it looks like the city slicker is coming with us. What did he do? Okay, alright. I guess Bruce he's in handcuffs. He's going to jail with the police officer for some reason. Friend, we're gonna teach you a lesson you'll never forget. All units, says the police officer. We're in pursuit of an escaped murderer. Escapee has been spotted heading north on the interstate. He is presumed armed and dangerous. Use any and all force deemed necessary to subdue this man, says the officer as the police car screeches off. Repeat, do anything to stop this man. This could turn out to be a fun night, says the police officer. Uh-oh. They really want me bad. They called out the big guns. No way I'll be able to hide from the helicopters and their searchlights for long. Yep, they already had me surrounded, says Wolverine. Yeah, and Wolverine is now surrounded by all of these armed police officers, and now all of them can see me. Yeah, like I said, they've got him surrounded. Next thing I know, I'm shot. After that, it's all over, and bullets rip into Wolverine. That was Wolverine. If only the sun had set a little earlier. Thinks the Hulk, who is watching all of this go down from the police car. Now that I'm the Hulk, I might be able to help him, thinks the Hulk as he transforms into the Hulk to go and help Wolverine. Better just look out for myself. He's beyond help, thinks the Hulk. Wonder if the guy had any family whose friends are. After all, there must be someone out there who ought to know he's dead. Continues in the next issue. And it looks like the Hulk has picked up Wolverine, threw him in the red truck that Wolverine was escaping in, and is escaping himself as one police officer is like, "Come back!" Okay. So that's the end of the Wolverine and the Hulk comic. Next up is Werewolf by Night, Children of the Beast, Chapter 3, Trail of Blood. Second night, the thick, intoxicating scent of blood hung over the forest. Ugh. It inflamed the werewolf's senses, driving him to run, to tear, to snatch out with his jaws. The fact that the blood was his own only made the situation more maddening. As he ran, punctured organs and shattered bones grated against each other, slam dancing together in a symphony of pain. Each breath filled his chest with electrified barbed wire, and the werewolf by night is walking through the forest, and he's in terrible pain, and he howls, consumed by the instinctive fight or flight reflex. He didn't have the brain power to realize he couldn't run from death, but I think he was beginning to figure it out. Massive blood loss, sucking chest wounds. Shock. The list of things wrong with him went on for miles in every direction. It was just too much, and he collapses to the ground. Wait, hold on. And he's like clawing his way forward. I'm getting ahead of myself. First, I've got to tell you about Prepare to Die, Sinner. And this dude's silver dagger comes out. Wait a minute, calm down, pal. His name was Isaiah Kerwin. He'd come to kill me, and he'd definitely been drinking too much coffee. So now it looks like this is just the normal werewolf by night before he's transformed and this dude, Silver Dagger, has come to attack him. "Shut up, you've been judged," says Silver Dagger. "The sentence is death." Oh no," says the werewolf by night. "Beg not for your miserable life, beg instead for your mercy on your soul." He didn't see that I'd lost track of time, that behind him the cold, searing eye of the full moon had risen, and he transforms into the werewolf by night. That's when things get ugly. As usual, the werewolf had his own perspective on the situation. The maniac's outfit was dripping with silver. Cold white death to the werewolf. Lo, the beast is revealed. He may have been a creature of unreasoning animal instinct. Scratch! But he wasn't stupid, and the werewolf by night jumps out of the window. From the Tribulations Are Now by Isaiah Kerwin, and the Silver Dagger jumps out of the window after him. And so it was that I first came to face the beast. Having witnessed the revelation of its true face, I understood the wisdom of the task I had been charged with, for it was the Lord himself who had spoken to me and entrusted me with my holy mission. That deviance such as this must be expunged from the body of mankind, thinks Silver Dagger. I would drive my purifying blade through its rotting heart, and thus end its plague of evil. I could not fail, for after all, was I not the Lord's loyal servant? Did I not do his work? Things had gotten really weird. Despite everything, I began to feel sorry for this poor, fierce, wild, feral child within me. All the werewolf wanted was a full moon and a patch of forest to run in. He just didn't understand why this lunatic wanted to kill him. This is the werewolf by night thinking again now. I understood all right. Kerwin wanted me dead because I didn't fit his particular definition of normal, and he called me the monster. What is it that drives someone like that? Maybe my father was right that werewolves aren't the only men with vicious inner demons to contend with. Maybe ours are just out in the open where we can't hide them from ourselves, with comfortable rationalizations for what they make us do, glib excuses and religion and politics. On the other hand, Kerwin did have the good sense to stay downwind of the werewolf. Ha! And it looks like Silver Dagger jumps out on top of the werewolf, and the werewolf flips him over and starts attacking him, and seems to have Silver Dagger pinned down, and they're both struggling. And then the Silver Dagger stabs him, the werewolf, with his Silver Dagger. "Filth!" screams the werewolf by night, Silver Dagger, as the werewolf by night throws him off. "Die!" says Silver Dagger as he picks up the knife to stab down into Werewolf by Night again. "Monster, die!" and he stabs him. And the werewolf screams out in pain. The werewolf had gotten in one good shot, but it was already too late. Between Kerwin's superior intellect, his maniacal fury, and his silver knives, the dumb animal never had a prayer. The only choice he had was run or die, and the werewolf takes off into the night. The beast was escaping. It couldn't be helped, thinks Silver Dagger. I would finish our battle soon enough. I had vastly more important duties to attend to, such as the safety of my immortal soul. I had been wounded by the beast, and I should allow it its taint would soon infect and consume me as well. I had to protect my precious bodily fluids from its disease. To serve the Lord, I must be pure. The weak tainted flesh must be scourged, purified with the flame of binding glorious pain. Pain I must control, transforming the fury of the flesh into righteous fury to wield against my enemies. And he lights a fire. Agony into ecstasy, and he seethes in pain. If such is the price of the holy mission, then so be it, he says as he opens what looks like a thing of holy water as he's preparing to, like, clean himself, I guess. And then we cut back to the werewolf. The blood was everywhere. By now, even the werewolf had figured it out. It was only a matter of time. Either Kerwin would catch up with him eventually, or he'd bleed to death. That was it, the end of the road. But as he lay on the tarmac with the life leaking out of him, something was coming. Something with a scent that was familiar somehow, something evil. The werewolf looked up. "Hi, Dad. Long time no see," and saw that the cavalry had arrived, and all of these werewolves are now in front of him. And I guess one of them is his daughter. And it continues in the next issue, which we don't have. Alright, so next up, we've got... Oh. We had another Werewolf by Night picture? Okay, well, next up is going to be the story of Stingray. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention, we got to go back. Werewolf, Children of the Beast, Part 3, Trail of Blood. The writer was Len Kaminski, penciler Jim Fry, inker Brad Joyce, letterer Brad Joyce, colorist Gregory Wright. So Stingray, Family Matters, Part 4, Pursuit. Desperate to save his kidnapped wife, Dr. Walter Newell, in his guise as the Aquatic Avenger, tracked down the murderous tiger shark to an underwater cavern, but in the resulting battle, the cavern collapsed, leaving Newell's wife, Diane, trapped behind tons of rubble, and not even the powers of Stingray may be enough to get her out alive. Writer Len Wein, penciler Jim Fern, inker Mike DeCarlos, letterer Tim Harkins, and colorist Brad Ficata. Oh, so a lot of the same guys from the Wolverine one. How nice. There are strange sounds stirring in the sea tonight. The shattering roar of collapsing rock and rubble that suddenly seal the entrance to a fathoms deep cavern. The mocking laughter of the submarine menace the world knows only as Tiger Shark. And desperate shouting of noted oceanographer Walter Newell, clad in the super-powerful battle suit that transformed him into Stingray. Ha 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 ha. Diane, just hang on, I'll save you, says Stingray, as he shoots some kind of beam at rocks, I guess, while Stingray is laughing. So it looks like he's got this arrowhead thing that's like behind his head, and his suit is kind of like blue and orange, and it's got like some spikes on his legs and ass. Ready to quit yet, jellyfish? Says Stingray, or Tiger Shark. Stop laughing, curse you, and help me. Why should I? Says Tiger Shark. Because that's your sister buried behind all this rubble, says Stingray. And Diane may still be alive in there. Living or dead makes no difference to me, Shrimp. Tiger Shark has no sister. But Todd Arliss does. Waste of effort, pal. He's still inside you somewhere under all of that hate and bile. You've got to find him again. He's not worth looking for. Some really not great stuff here so far. Your sister wouldn't agree. She never stopped believing in you, never stopped hoping you could someday be cured. Then she was a fool. Todd Arliss is dead. Oh, it's not an arrowhead looking thing, it's like a shark fin. Just the perspective. In the first shot made it look like an arrowhead. Oh, and his teeth are also very pointy like a shark. And I intend to see he stays that way. All that was human in me, all that was weak and eliminated by Dr. Dorcas and his machines. Now I'm only Tiger Shark, and that's just the way I like it. So adios, sucker, I'm out of here. And Tiger Shark jumps into the water. Unless, of course, you're dumb enough to try and stop me. What? Says the Stingray. You bet I'll stop you, you lousy... Huh? My electro bolt fizzled. Fizzed. And he tries to shoot him with his beam, and the beam fizzled out. Must have drained my battlesuit's power pack trying to blast through all that rock. I haven't a prayer of catching him now. And Tiger Shark is swimming away. But we'll cross paths again. Once I finally free Diane, I swear I'll make Tiger Shark pay for what he's done. And he's sitting there all dramatically. He's dramatically posing. I just thank the fates those electro bolts aren't my only power. This reinforced exoskeleton in my battlesuit makes me strong as 20 men. I'll dig Diane free with my bare hands if need be. And he rushes over towards the rock, clearing away the mountain of stone with my skill and speed of a dozen bulldozers, hurtling aside rock and debris as if it were so much styrofoam, until his gloves are worn through and it shows his and his fingers are raw and bleeding. Yeah, it shows his gloves are eaten through and his fingers are bleeding. This is hopeless. I'm barely making a dent in this mess. Despite all my power, I'll never break through to Diane in time. Never thought of you as a quitter, Newell, says Tiger Shark. And Stingray says, who? And Tiger Shark says, who else? Tiger Shark, you came back, but why? And Tiger Shark is picking up rocks. Stop asking stupid questions and dig, Newell, or I'll change my mind. Hey, I think I see a sliver of light ahead. And so Tiger Shark is helping him dig out his wife, who I guess is also Tiger Shark's sister. Okay. Then what are we waiting for, says Tiger Shark. The rest of the tunnel is still standing. Let's move it. Yeah, but for how long? We've got to find Diane and get out of here before this cavern becomes our tomb, says Stingray. That's right, Newell. Keep reminding me what an idiot I'm being. Hey, over there, says Tiger Shark. Diane, oh sweet heaven. And Diane is trapped under a beam. Yeah, at least of what's left of her, says Tiger Shark. No, don't even think that she's alive. She has to be. Well, score one for your side. Looks like she's still breathing, says Tiger Shark. This fallen ceiling support seems to have protected her from the brunt of the cave-in. Quickly, help me lift it off of her, says Stingray. Be careful, don't hurt her. She's already suffered enough. Go on, man, just keep pushing. One more word and you'll be doing this alone, says Tiger Shark. Now lift, blast you, lift, says Tiger Shark. We did it. She's free. Diana's free. Don't act so surprised. Got to put her air tanks on. Get her out of here fast. No kidding. This place is a death trap, says Tiger Shark. Any second now, the whole mess could come down around our ears. And it's showing that a rock has fallen on the auto-destruct button. Whoop, 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 whoop. Blast. What is it? What's that sound? It's the emergency alarm. Something must have triggered Dorcas's self-destruct system. We've only got seconds before this place is history. Todd? Says, okay, so Tiger Shark said all of that stuff, and the person who said Todd is the girly who is now waking up. No, blast it, Tiger Shark. The name is Tiger Shark. Look, all our names will be mud unless we get out of here. You know, Newell, you got a real talent for stating the obvious, says Tiger Shark. No, we'll never make it. The tunnel entrance, the ceiling support is collapsing. So I see. Go on, get the woman out of here. I'll hold this place up until you're clear, says Tiger Shark. But what about you? Hey, I don't have any particular death wish. I'll be right behind you. Gotta move fast, gain as much distance as I can. When the place goes, the concussion alone will feel like a bomb blast. Come on, Airless, we're clear. You've got to get out of here before it's boom, and the whole place goes off. Too late. And Stingray and his lady are flying away. I don't believe it. He didn't get away in time, and there's no chance anything could still be alive in there. What happened? Says his girl. You were trapped in a cave-in. I needed to save you, and Tiger Shark saved us both. No, Walter, you're wrong. You weren't saved by Tiger Shark. You were saved by my brother, Todd. The end. Alright, and then finally we've got one last story left. Speedball. Any number can play. Robbie Baldwin, a teenager in Springdale where superheroes are illegal, was exposed to a new type of radiation during a lab experiment, giving him kinetic powers and transforming him into a masked marvel known as Speedball. Plot: Steve Ditko. Script: Joe Duffy. Penciler: Steve Ditko. Inker: Sam Granger. That guy sounds familiar. Letterer: Gary Fields, and colorist Dave Sampson. Life hasn't been easy for teenaged Robbie Baldwin since the accident in the lab where he works after school transformed him into Speedball. Any number can play. Poor Robbie lives in Springdale, perhaps the only American city with an ordinance against costumed heroes or super beings of any kind. Robbie is not, however, Springdale's only masked resident, as the gentleman's face clearly shows. At last I have it. No one can stop me now, says a face with two white dots on it, and that's covered in shadow, I guess. Man, what a weird looking guy. His mask is like the side of a die or something. Yeah, that actually is a really good way to describe it, like a 2 on a die. Tacky, and doesn't he know it's illegal to wear it here? We're awfully close to Doc Benson's lab. I hope that guy didn't steal anything. Maybe I better follow him. No, no one can stop me. I'm completely unstoppable. Totally, says the dude as he's running away. That'd be my worst nightmare if something bad happened and I get blamed for it. Maybe exposed as the masked marvel, ridiculed by janitors, reviled by scientists, mocked by Niels the cat. That's really random, okay. Arrested, rejected by my mom and dad. Son, we're very disappointed in you. Thrown out of my peer group. No, it can't be. I won't let it happen. The kinetic energy Robbie generates when he punches himself in the face. Yeah, okay, that is enough to activate his speedball powers, transforming him. I wonder what that guy's yammering about anyhow. Nothing can stop me now. Nothing, absolutely. Bluey. Somebody blew him up, thinks Speedball as he's knocked away from the explosion. The concussion bounces Robbie somewhere in the park where he sees, and well, by the way, he's transformed into Speedball. He's in his costume now. 2 more die faces? Glad you were able to meet me, Trio. The situation is worse than we suspected. Solo knows you and Duet are on to him, and he plans to have you killed. Fortunately, no one suspects. Me, bap. Someone shot him, and that bullet probably had my number on it. Trio, speak to me. Trio. The dude with the 6 die face is talking to the dude with 3 die face who just got shot. He's taken the dead guy's mask and putting it on his own face, thinks Speedball, who's watching the whole thing from the bushes. Where's he going now? I gotta stay close enough to listen. So he's following them. Glad to see you're back, Trio. Our little problem with Duet and Sextet is completely solved. What are you doing with that gun? Says number 1. Threatening you, you dirty double-crossing, murdering embezzler you. Sextet, you've changed your spots. Of all the rotten cheats, says the Solo, who's the 1 face, to the guy who's the 6 face, who's wearing the 3 face. Look who's talking. Closed for alterations. Ha, you've been stealing the profits from Slice and Dice for months. That's why there was no money to keep the place going. And when Duet found proof, you had him killed and he came after me. But your incompetent henchman killed Trio instead. Just wait until Quartet and Quintet find out. And Speedball is still watching these 2 dudes kind of yell and, fight it out. We already know, they say as 4 and 5 walk out. Great, glad for the help, guys. Maybe I won't have to get involved here after all, thinks Speedball. Give us the gun, fool. Ow, you're on his side, says 3. We're going for the bucks, says 5. On the other hand, the police would probably like to know what's going on here, thinks Speedball. I'll just slip away quietly, discreetly, and he knocks over a glass. Clank. Who kicked that can? That guy over there, look. He's wearing a mask. Doesn't he know it's illegal? Get him! And they're all wearing masks. Stop or I'll shoot, says 4. Like you won't shoot if I hold still, says Speedball. later for that. He says as he's like swinging, I think. Look at that kid bounce, or maybe he's bouncing. Boing. Proper diet and a tube of Clearasil could probably take care of those spots. Enough, shoot him already. Ha, I can keep this up as long as I... Boing. Uh-oh, I'm bouncing at a bad angle. I'm gonna hit the floor almost parallel. And skip instead of bouncing. And he hits the floor. Nuts. Out of speedballs. What? Okay. I don't understand his power exactly, but... Now, wait, don't kill him until I find some way of framing him for the theft and the other murders. Well, this is a fine mess, thinks Speedball. My speedballs can deflect glancing bullets, but a direct shot when my energies are this low and I'm probably dead? Now's my chance. Wanna bet? Says 3 and 5. Oh, that's right. We hadn't committed the third murder yet, says 1. Let's see. He was coming at us. It was self-defense. Why will we claim we did it? Yes, I like it. The police are sure to buy that. Except for one thing, fool. You shot me in the back. Says 3. And I have a secret that will ruin all of you. A secret? I hate guessing games. Let's see. First word sounds like... Can I kill him now? Not yet. Not yet. Can't you see we're busy? Darn, I was hoping if I played possum they'd forget all about me, thinks Speedball. Maybe if I click my heels together and say there's no place like home. Cool, the impact's generating enough power build up for me to do, and he's kind of clicking his heels together, and he makes like speedballs, I guess, and he's like bouncing now. Missed me. I'm at the perfect angle. Pow. Gotcha. And he's flipping around and is kicking people's asses. Neat. I hear sirens. I bet I just guessed what Sextet's big secret is. He called the cops. I'll let the police take it from here, he says as he jumps out the window. Look at that guy in the mask. You're under arrest, says the police. Wait, please, I'm the one who called you, and I'm hurt. Besides, we meant no harm wearing masks. We only did it here in our private club among consenting adults, and we never fought crime. But those 3 committed several theft and murders, to name just a few, says 3 to the police. I guess the odds were just against those guys once their numbers finally came up. I wonder if anyone called me while I was out today, thinks Speedball as he bounces away. And, hello, you have one message. Beep. Robbie, it's Terry. Our homework is to study chapters 2 and 3 for a quiz tomorrow during 4th period. Beep. Time of the call was 5:06 p.m. And that is the end of the story. Yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the comic book. Thank you to anyone who may have watched and didn't chat with me. I really appreciate it. Thank you to the YouTube crowd who may see this. And yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.